Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Amanda T here on Create Your Future. I'm so grateful you're here. This video is going to be regarding intuition and the different ways that it comes along and some of the best stories I have regarding it. I am going to intend that you all like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know if you want more information on intuition. I'm always testing mine out to see what happens. And without further ado, let's dive in. So I actually wanted to begin this video with some science and a couple different stories, but that's not what happened. So I'm going to just talk about Philippa Langley at the beginning of this video. So Philippa Langley, if you don't know who she is, she's an incredible woman who followed her intuition and a hobby of hers, I guess, into finding Richard III, the last Plantagenet King of England. He died on in the Battle of Bosworth. And they did not know where his body was, so he was not like interred in a crypt like most monarchs are. This was only very recently. There was a few years ago. There's a big documentary on it that I love. There's now a movie on it that is quite quirky, and fun. And basically, you guys, she got an interest in Richard III. She found out that they didn't know where he was, and it became a big passion in her life. And she kept following either the research, the historical fact, that's where the logic comes in, but she also followed her feelings about it. And you see it quite strongly in the documentary, not so much the actual video, until they needed a buck-up moment, I guess, or something like that. But the documentary is fascinating because she literally is in this, they found him in a parking lot over the letter R. And he was right there, and you see her talking to the people, the archaeologists who are exhuming the body. She had to raise the funds for all of this, and she brought his flag. I was gonna say a shroud. I'm calling it the wrong thing. It had his coat of arms, like the coat of arms on it. And she said, can we put this over them? And you can hear the archaeologist in the video saying, well, but we don't know it's him. We don't know it's him. And she's like, she knew it so deeply, but she didn't have the evidence to support that it was him at the time. So it actually went uncovered, I believe, from that place, or somebody put it on. Oh, I should watch it again. Anyways, but you see in the video how she does feel so strongly about this, but the evidence doesn't support it yet. So you see the 3D and her inner knowing, her inner intuition right there in that moment. So it's an incredible moment. It was Richard. She was correct. She did find him. Congratulations, Philippa. Quite the inspiration. There's another woman whose name I don't have written down and I'm forgetting, and she is actually a fossil collector. She is known for getting the largest, most intact T-Rex, I believe. And she talks very candidly that she follows her intuition. She'll see a place and she'll think, I should dig there, and she digs there and she gets what she's looking for versus what the evidence would suggest. So intuition is very powerful. I definitely use it to guide my life, like an actual, I mean, it's a sense, but the way I would with touch or smell or anything else, I try to take a moment, I try to pause and see if I'm getting any other messages that the 3D, or feelings that the 3D is not allowing at that moment, or not telling me at that moment, I should say. So one of my examples is literally feeling. Now this one is a little bit trickier. So for example, I had an extreme happening of this happened a couple months ago, where I was feeling really good. I was in my house doing things, and I started to feel like I was having a heart attack. And it took me about 40 minutes. And I was like, whoa, this is like, I've literally stopped doing everything I was doing. I'm sitting here holding my heart. It's like, but I'm fine. Like, I feel fine, but I don't feel fine. It was really intense. And it actually turned out that the person living below me, one of the people living below me, was in fact having a heart attack and had to receive medical attention. Other times, there's been times where I was like gardening or something like that, and a feeling would kind of take over me, or I'd start getting like, I imagine a lot. So if my imaginations went from like pretty fields and flowers to like arguing with someone, it's like, oh, somebody else's energy is around. I'm picking up in the collective type thing, the consciousness, and this doesn't actually belong to me. Another thing is like hearing a voice. So I have 2 examples for when I like hear voices. That sounds bad, but I remember one time I was at an SP's house and I was about to take a melatonin. We were about to go to bed. It was late, and I was going to take a melatonin, and I heard clear as day, don't take that. Don't take that. And I remember thinking, why? Like, we're about to go to bed. Like, we've had a really good night. Like, everything's fine. Don't take that. I took it anyways. And about seconds later, probably 30 seconds later, SP walks in the room, is like, we need to talk. And I'm like, okay. And it wasn't a we need to talk. It was a weird talk, but it wasn't anything like that. But I was like, yeah, I kind of wish I hadn't taken that now. Another example of like when I heard a voice is I have a friend I've been hanging out with lately, and I kept hearing this name, like Karen, something about Karen. I'm like, well, I don't know Karen. And then I was like, well, I do like this show. Maybe I just have a hankering to watch that show. Like, the main character's name is Karen. Well, then I went out with this friend 2 days later, and he starts talking about his sister, Karen. So it's like, oh, okay. It had something to do with that. That also didn't belong to me, but it had something to do with my reality and the people that I was around and talking to in the circles I was in. The other way is like if you're seeing a vision or a download, those are really awesome. I love getting those because it's telling me that it's like here in my reality right now. So the other day I was walking to the park with my son, and I was telling the universe, I was like, okay, I want this and I don't want to wait. And so the universe never tells you no, but I could see kind of like a fork in the road. It's like your desire is still same. It's still the straight arrow. But if you want to over here, do you see how there's like nothing? Like, I got no download for what was going on over here. So keep going, get rid of those limiting beliefs, keep manifesting. Or right here is everything you want, and it's ready right now. You can go pick it up. It's ready for pickup. And I said, okay. I said, I'll take that pickup order. I'd like that. I want it right now. I was serious. So thank you. And then like I kind of heard the voice again. It said, okay, you're going to get a text in 2 days. You'll have a text in 2 days. And I said, cool. And I did. And it's been awesome. And then the other way is like just a knowing, such a deep feeling of resonance, and not like a feeling like I just talked about a few minutes ago, but like, you know it. Like in my last video, I knew it with such certainty about my last SP because I was touching on my last video. There's things I know in my life with such certainty that it could never waver. That means something. Neville Goddard says, choose what's choosing you. Florence Scovel Shinn says, follow the magical path of intuition. Source, the universe, God, sees all, has the path, has all the easy answers. Hundreds of years King Richard's been gone. I think she found him in a few months. She knew it, and she listened. She followed the 3D. They still had to do everything correctly with I think the university of the area was involved with the archaeologists. They still had to follow the 3D. You will still have to deal with the 3D. But if you follow your intuition and don't try to bat it away, say, okay, I have faith. This must have a purpose. I'm listening. Take action in that direction. And you too will have everything you want. It will just show up. You'll be standing right on top of it in a parking lot. I intend that this video helps everyone. I love you all so much. Have a great day.